Hey there, stop for a moment and think. When you close your eyes at night, where does your mind go? Ever lie in bed, feeling the world fade, and wonder what is happening inside you as you slip into sleep? Is your mind just switching off, like a light bulb? Or is something deeper, something mysterious, unfolding in that quiet space? Do you ever wake up from a vivid dream and think, where was I just now? Or feel that strange calm after a deep sleep and wonder, what was my mind doing all that time? Have you ever tossed and turned, unable to let go of the day's worries, wishing you could just really rest? Or maybe you've woken up groggy, like your mind is stuck in a fog, and thought, why can't I start my day clear and calm? Don't you long for sleep that feels like a gift, not a struggle, a kind of rest that leaves you refreshed, present, and ready to live fully? Ever ask yourself, what is going on in my head when I am asleep, and how can I make sleep a source of peace, not just a necessity? You're not alone. We all wrestle with sleep sometimes, whether it is falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up feeling truly renewed. But what if sleep could be more than just a break from life? What if it could be a doorway to understanding your mind, your heart, even your place in the universe? That is the wisdom of Buddhism, a 2,500-year-old path that sees sleep not as an escape, but as a practice, a chance to rest deeply and awaken with clarity. Ready to explore where your mind goes when you sleep and how to make every night a step toward peace? Let us dive in with curiosity and an open heart. Chapter 1. The Art of Falling Asleep, Embracing Rest with Mindfulness. Ever lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, your mind racing through tomorrow's to-do list or yesterday's mistakes? Why does it feel like your thoughts are loudest when you're trying to rest? Are you carrying the day's stress into your pillow, unable to let it go? Don't you wish you could slip into sleep like sinking into a warm bath, calm and effortless? What is stopping you from making sleep a moment of peace instead of a battle? In Buddhism, sleep is a practice, not just a necessity. Ever notice how your body knows how to relax if you let it? The way your muscles soften, your breath slows? The Buddha taught in the Dhammapada that balance is key to a good life. Too much sleep dulls the mind. Too little sharpens it to a breaking point. Ever felt that groggy haze from oversleeping, like wading through mud? Or the jittery edge of exhaustion when you've barely slept? Why do we push our bodies to extremes instead of finding that sweet spot? Question: why is it so hard to let go and fall asleep? Buddhist answer: the Samyutta Nikaya says clinging to thoughts, desires, fears creates suffering. When we lie down, the mind clings to the day's noise, resisting rest. But mindfulness, as the Buddha taught, is like a gentle hand guiding us to release. By noticing our thoughts without grasping, we create space for sleep, like letting a river flow without damming it. This practice of letting go is like a gift to yourself. Ever tried imagining your worries as a heavy backpack, then setting it down as you lie in bed? What does it feel like to say, this can wait until tomorrow? Try this. Before bed, take 5 slow breaths. With each exhale, picture releasing one worry, a deadline, a regret, a plan. Ask, what can I let go tonight? Ever done that? What might change if you approached sleep as an act of surrender, not struggle? Imagine drifting off with a heart at ease, your mind soft and open. Don't you want to rest that way? Chapter 2. The mind in sleep, does it ever stop? Ever wonder what your mind is doing while you're snoring away? Is it just gone? Or is it humming along, like a quiet engine you can hear? Why do we assume sleep is a blank slate when we wake up feeling different, sometimes calm, sometimes shaken? Don't you want to understand what is happening in that mysterious space between dusk and dawn? What is keeping you from seeing sleep as a journey, not just a pause? Buddhism teaches that the mind never truly stops. Ever notice how you can wake up from a dream feeling like you've been somewhere real? The Abhidhamma describes Citta as the stream of consciousness, flowing even in sleep, like a river that is calm but never still. The 5 aggregates: your body, feelings, perceptions, thoughts, and awareness are quieter in sleep, but they there, keeping you alive, processing your day. Ever thought about how your heart keeps beating, your lungs keep breathing, without you telling them to? Why do we take that subtle activity for granted? Question: if the mind doesn't stop, why don't we remember sleep? Buddhist answer: the Majjhima Nikaya says consciousness is like a mirror reflecting what is present. In deep sleep, the mirror is still, reflecting little, so we recall nothing. But citta persists, as the Buddha taught, like a flame burning low but never out. Memory needs active perception, which fades in sleep, yet the mind's essence remains, ready to awaken. This idea of citta is like a revelation. Ever tried meditating and noticing how your mind settles, yet stays aware? What if sleep is like that, a state of rest but not absence? Try this. As you drift off, gently notice your breath, not forcing anything, just observing. Ask, what is my mind doing now? Ever done that? What might you discover if you saw sleep as a continuation of your mind's journey? Imagine waking up with a sense of connection to that quiet, steady presence. Don't you want to explore that depth? Chapter 3: Dreams Windows to Your Inner World. Ever wake up from a dream so vivid you're sure it happened? Maybe you're flying, or running from something, or seeing someone you haven't thought of in years. Why do dreams feel so real, yet so strange? Are they just random noise? Or are they whispering something about you? Don't you want to listen to your dreams, to see what they trying to tell you? What is stopping you from exploring that wild, hidden part of your mind? In Buddhism, dreams are like mirrors. Ever notice how a dream can bring up feelings you didn't know you had? Fear, longing, joy? The Dhammapada says, mind precedes all phenomena. Your dreams are woven from your thoughts, your fears, your unresolved moments. Ever had a dream that felt like it was working something out, like a puzzle your mind was solving? Why do we dismiss dreams as just dreams when they part of us? Question: why do some dreams stick with us while others fade? Buddhist answer: the Sutta Nipata suggests the mind clings to what stirs it. Dreams that linger often touch deep emotions or unresolved conflicts. As the Buddha taught about craving and aversion, they like ripples in a pond. Stronger waves leave a mark. By observing dreams mindfully, without grasping, we learn about our inner landscape, as the Satipatthana Sutta encourages. This perspective is like a treasure map. Ever tried writing down a dream right after waking, just to see what it holds? What does it feel like to treat your dreams with curiosity, not judgment? Try this. Keep a notebook by your bed. When you wake from a dream, jot down what you felt, what stood out. Ask, what is this showing me? Ever done that? What might you learn if you listen to your dreams? Imagine starting your day with insights from your own heart. Don't you want to see what is there? Chapter 4: Deep Sleep, the Silence Beneath the Stories. Ever woken up from a deep, dreamless sleep feeling like you've been somewhere nowhere? Why is that silence so refreshing? Like you've been reset. Are you curious about what is happening in that quiet, vast space where thoughts and stories vanish? Don't you want to understand how deep sleep can be a source of peace, not just a blank spot? What is keeping you from seeing that stillness as a gift? Buddhism sees deep sleep as a glimpse of pure potential. Ever notice how you feel renewed after a good night's rest? Like your mind has been cleared of clutter? The Abhidhammayasbhavangasita is like a quiet undercurrent, holding the essence of your awareness even when you're not thinking. Ever thought about how you're still you when you wake up, despite hours of no conscious thought? Why do we assume the mind needs to be active to exist? Question: why does deep sleep feel so different from dreaming or waking? Buddhist answer: the Visuddhimagga explains that in deep sleep, the mind rests in a foundational state, free from the aggregate's usual chatter. The Buddha taught that consciousness is like a stream, always flowing, even in stillness. Deep sleep, free of craving or aversion, mirrors the peace of nirvana, showing us our mind's natural clarity, as the Dhammapada suggests. This idea of Bhavangasita is like a revelation. Ever tried meditating deeply and touching a stillness that feels timeless? What if deep sleep is a taste of that moment where your mind is free from the usual noise? Try this. Before bed, set an intention to rest deeply, saying, "May I touch the stillness within." When you wake, ask, what did that feel like? Ever done that? What might shift if you saw deep sleep as a sacred pause? Imagine carrying that calm into your day. Dante, you want to rest that deeply? Chapter 5. Waking up, starting your day with clarity. Ever wake up to a blaring alarm? Heart racing? Already behind before your feet hit the floor? Why do we start our days with such a jolt? Are you rushing into your morning? Missing the chance to begin with calm? Dante, you want to wake up like the sun rises slowly, gently, full of promise? What is stopping you from making your first moments a gift to yourself? In Buddhism, waking up is a rebirth. Ever notice how a good night asleep can make the world feel new? The Buddha, as told in the Vinaya, rose before dawn to meditate, setting his heart on peace. Ever thought about how your first thoughts shape your day? Why do we let stress or distraction steer us when we could choose presence? The Dhammapada says, mindfulness is the path to the deathless. Every morning is a chance to walk that path. Question: why do we wake up stressed instead of calm? Buddhist answer: the Sutta Nipata warns that ignorance fuels reactive habits. Waking up stressed comes from carrying yesterday's cravings or fears into today. The Buddha taught that mindfulness, observing the breath, the body, cuts through this cycle. By starting with awareness, as the Satipatthana Sutta instructs, we choose clarity over chaos, setting a new course. Try this. When you wake, Dante, grab your phone. Lie still for 3 minutes. Feel your breath, notice your body, listen to the world waking up. Ask, how do I want to meet this day? Maybe set an intention: kindness, patience, gratitude. Ever done that? What might change if you started your day with presence? Imagine facing challenges with a clear, steady mind. Dante, you want to wake up that way? Chapter 6. Bringing it all together, sleep as a spiritual practice. Ever thought of sleep as more than just recharging your batteries? Why do we see it as a chore or a necessity, not a sacred act? Are you treating your nights as a chance to grow, to connect with your deepest self? Dante, you want to make sleep a practice, like meditation or kindness, that transforms your life? What is holding you back from seeing every night as a journey to peace? Buddhism invites us to weave mindfulness into every moment, even sleep. Ever notice how a mindful day leads to a calmer night? The Metta Sutta teaches us to cultivate loving kindness for all beings. Why not include yourself as you drift off? Ever thought about how your sleep affects your heart, your relationships, your clarity? Why not make it a ritual, a way to honor your body and mind? Question: how can sleep become a spiritual practice? Buddhist answer: the Anapanasati Sutta teaches that breath awareness leads to liberation. Sleep, when approached with intention, mirrors this, releasing the day, resting in stillness, waking with presence. The Buddha's life, resting under trees as in the Mahaparinibbana Sutta, shows rest as a path to awakening. By letting go, observing dreams, and waking mindfully, we align with the Noble Eightfold Path, living each night as a step toward peace. Try this. Create a bedtime ritual. Dim the lights, breathe deeply, and say, may I rest in peace and wake with clarity. Reflect on your day with gratitude. Then let it go. In the morning, pause to set an intention. Ask, how can I make sleep sacred? Ever done that? What might shift if you treated sleep as a practice? Imagine nights that nourish your soul and days that shine with awareness. Dante, you want to live that way? Sleep isn't just a pause, it is a practice, a mirror, a doorway to understanding your mind. From letting go as you drift off, to exploring dreams, resting in deep silence, and waking with intention, each night is a chance to grow. The Buddha said, mindfulness is the way to the deathless. Let your sleep be mindful, your rest a step toward peace. Start tonight. Breathe, release, reflect, awaken. Small steps lead to profound change. Thanks for joining this journey. If this moved you, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share it with someone who needs rest. Drop a comment. What is your next step for mindful sleep? Your voice matters. Let us keep exploring the mind's quiet depths. Until next time, sleep with peace, wake with presence. Namaste.